But if people are unaware of the positive developments, they can sink into a kind of fatalism or cynicism. If all of the efforts to make the world a better place have been an abject failure, why even bother? Let's just enjoy ourselves while we can. A kind of fatalism. There's nothing we can do about it, about the world's problems. Or it can also breed radicalism. The entire system, all of our institutions are so corrupt and inadequate that we may as well tear them all down and just hope that something that rises out of the ashes is bound to be better.
Which is a constant struggle. So talking about the tragedies in the world, of which there are plenty, of course, is there a danger that we simply can't deal with two tragedies at the same time? So as we become interested in Gaza and Israel, we lose interest in Ukraine and Russia, and that's possibly really bad news for our geopolitical system.
Oh, I couldn't agree more. And I would like to see journalism calibrate their degree of coverage by the actual importance measured, for example, in how severe is the war? How many people are killed? How many people are affected by a development? I think that it's easy to fall back on recency. Whatever happened yesterday must be more important. And if it happened, if it started a month ago or 6 months ago, well, it's old news. I think there's obviously a problem with that. And of course, people are more captivated by things that take place closer to them, that involve people that are more similar to them. And that are good stories. The same kinds of things that we enjoy in entertainment, in fiction, tend to be things that grab our attention in the news.
Whoever gets that emotional engagement for their war, for their conflict, for their narrative, has won that part of the war, haven't they?
Indeed. And although only with the cooperation of journalism. And there are areas of journalism where it just goes by the numbers. So people do have the concept that you should follow the objective news. And we are storytelling creatures, and we get bored with some stories, we get titillated and entertained by others. And it's very tempting for journalism to go with those instincts.
In the journalism world of Steven Pinker, what should we be covering more and what should we be covering less?
I think the news should be calibrated to the numbers in the same way that the sports page and the business page and the weather section are. People don't mind numbers when they're reminded that this is reality that they have to understand. Also, there should not be a bias toward the negative in the sense that when there are positive developments, and there are a lot of them, there are countries that have eliminated diseases, there are civil wars that come to an end, there are advances in women's rights and in gay rights, there's progress in eliminating disease and poverty. They tend not to be reported.
Very close to where you are, at Harvard, the head of Harvard College, Claudine Gay, is under fire at the moment for the testimony that she gave on Capitol Hill, for the inability to be unequivocal about genocide on the campus of your university.
It was a question of, can a student be punished for saying things like "from the river to the sea" or "globalize the intifada," which I think are reprehensible slogans. But if a university has any commitment to free speech, then you can't punish a student for saying them. The problem, of course, is that Harvard and the other schools had forfeited all credibility because they had squelched controversial statements for years before. So all of a sudden to come out and say, well, you can say you're in favor of genocide and I disagree, but I defend to the death your right to say it, seems rather hypocritical, to put it mildly.
Professor Pinker, thank you very much indeed.
Thanks for having me.